Hey, what's going on, Champions War League enthusiasts? This is your host, Joe, for Champions War League Lite Week 2 action. We did, in fact, miss Week 1 due to technical difficulties, lack of overlays, and all that. But sit back and take a break. We're going to be on for a little while. We got a lot of recaps to cover for Week 2. A lot of action going on. Starting out with the champions in Above and Beyond. Taking on Michigan Rose with 4 total Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 triples. One currently on the screen. Michigan Rose put up a heck of a fight against the champs, and they certainly did a great job trying to keep up by stacking on a 95.24% damage rate on the Season 1 champs. However, they were unable to land any Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-stars, while Above and Beyond were able to drop 4 of those. In this replay, the Archer Queen's already gone down, and the attackers starting to currently transition in the air attack portion. Getting those Lava Hounds in on that first air defense, and all 4 air defenses are still on the base. He's starting to bring those Hounds and Balloons in, going in on splash damages and going in after that Inferno Tower in the north. Bringing a large group of Balloons in from the north to go in on the Wizard Tower and Archer Towers, and then he's going to end up freezing the Inferno Tower and the Expo, as well as a Sweeper, to allow those Balloons to maneuver into the base. And then he's going to bring in some back-end Balloons in on a cannon just to haste them directly into that last air defense, while the rest of that large group is getting healed up, and then they're going to move in very slowly. There's no more spells available for the rest of the attack, but there is another heal spell to keep the Balloons up to health a little bit to get in on that Sweeper, and then they're going to end up transitioning down over into the air defense, and then the Archer Tower moving down into the Expo. So we get a lot of Balloons here piled up together, so it looks like only a few, but there's actually a large stack there, and they're actually going to survive and get down into the Inferno Tower. So your final score here is 73 to 70 stars. Above and Beyond does go to 2-0 on the season so far. Moving into the next matchup within the same division, we do have Nagaland Elite versus USA Adults. It appeared that we had a little bit of a roster mishap on the Nagaland Elite side by an additional Townhall 11 being placed, while USA Adults had to hold off on 2 of their Townhall 9 attacks. So pretty much 23 stars on the Nagaland Elite side and 18 3-stars on the USA Adult side. USA Adults did actually have the higher percentage in this war at 91.36%, while Nagaland Elite had the 89.84%. It just looked like the Adults just couldn't get it done up top with the having a couple of missed opportunities with the Townhall 11 on Townhall 10 dips for 3-star attacks. In this replay here, we do have a Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9. Looks like a bit of a... I've seen this multiple times within this war. It was a Golem Witch combination with Bowlers in the Clan Castle and a couple, like 6 Balloons on the back end of the attack. So really, it's just kind of a mass attack where everything's kind of focused with the hero levels here, with the Golems tanking for the heroes, the Bowlers. The Bowlers in this replay here do, in fact, go down. Golems are stuck on walls at this point, and we do have Witches down in the south, slowly getting picked off. While the Barbarian King continues to tank in the south. The Archer Queen's caught on a wall as normal up in that northernmost compartment, and you have one single Witch up there trying to work on the Elixir Pump in the north. So at this point, it kind of looks like it's kind of fizzled out, but it ends up being a 3-star with the Balloons coming in on the back end. Once these air defenses do fall, the Archer Queen will take out the one in the centralized compartment, while the Wizard and Witches in the south will take out that last one, and really just the last 6 Balloons there are for taking on these last 3 cannons and that Archer Tower. So your final score here is 68 to 66. Moving into the next matchup, we do have Fat Cats versus Omnia. Omnia is definitely a clan that we're going to have to keep an eye on during the season, coming in with a whopping 97.96% total damage done against Fat Cats. The most done in week 2, with their 17 for 19 Townhall 9 triples within the first couple of hours, and then 5 total Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attacks. And in this replay here, you notice that the single bowler technique was used in order to stack and take out structures on the outsides of the base, using the Giant up in the northwest to assist tanking for that Archer Queen, so she goes directly in and takes care of that Inferno Tower. It was placed a little too close to that wall. She's going to wrap right back around, and really just perfect placement, movement of the Archer Queen here as she takes out the air defense and then gets caught up by the point defenses over in the north. At this point, we're going to go ahead and transition into the air portion of the attack. We only have 3 air defenses remaining on the base, and the balloons are just going to basically wrap the whole base, just kind of tie everything up. They're going to get on this first air defense, and then there's going to be a rage spell that carries them through the core of the base where the wizard towers and the expo and the archer queen are located. We do have pups down in the south or a lava hound being popped by the air defense in the south, freezing the inferno tower, and then hasting the balloons and raging in the core, sending them through the core of the base, taking down that archer queen in the core, and then a haste is going to carry the balloons up into the north and then back into the air defense over by the town hall. So either very well planned or just freak of nature here. Something to definitely keep an eye on with Omnia, a clan that is worth watching. Their attacks are pretty impressive, but this war will wrap up at 73 to 63 stars. Omnia will pummel the Fat Cats, and good luck to Fat Cats as they move into week 3. Up next, we have Archer Outlaws versus Sookie Secundum. A very tight war. However, the Outlaws Townhall 9's defenses really gave Secundum a really tough time, really causing the Townhall 10s to dip down onto the Townhall 9s, giving Secundum a little bit of a hard time. Their Townhall 11s did make up for a little bit of it up north. Both sides having 21 and 21 triples on both sides. Secundum did have one Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star, while the Archer Outlaws did not have any. But the Archer Outlaws did put up a 95.48% total destruction against Secundum. So anyways, in this replay here, we do have a Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9 attack, and it is, in fact, HGHB. So we do have Giants, we do have Bowlers, we do have Hogs, 14 of those Hogs in the queue, both level 30 heroes. Beth putting in work against Jailbird. We have a Jailbird. That's awesome. Anyway, so the heroes will continue to assist. We got Barbarian King down there tanking for a single bowler. His ability will be popped, and the Archer Queen will take out the Expo and the air defense. Giants will get caught up on the wall while the air defense starts striking the healers and taking those out. Archer Queen's ability will be popped in order to take care of that Town Hall, and then the Hog Riders will start transitioning in from the far western corner of the base, assisting with the Giants being caught on that wall. So a heal spell will be down here momentarily as the Hogs group up, take out that Expo, take care of the air defense, and then they'll move into the location of the bomb tower where there's a possibility of a double giant bomb location there as well, bringing in Hogs from the south. So your final score here is 71 to 70. Next up, we have the Alphas versus Gehazi Bomber, and we do, in fact, have one heck of a finish here. Yes, this is a Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 11. It is the only one that happened in Week 2 in the CWL Lite season. And it actually came at 4 minutes remaining at the end of the war. So instead of going down on a Town Hall 10, Angelo said, what the heck, let's go after this ring-style base or box-style base Town Hall 11. Went ahead and cut out the Queen charge at the beginning to get a lot of value. He got a lot of value out of this Archer Queen. She goes in and takes care of the enemy Archer Queen, and then he starts transitioning into the air portion of the attack. There was, in fact, one Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 3-star attack by the Alphas, while Gehazi Bomber was not able to get one at all. Very close percentage at 94.4% destruction by Alphas to 94.32% destruction by the Gehazi Bombers. But this Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 11 triple is what launched the Alphas to gain the win against Gehazi Bomber. Your final score here is 71 to 70. Next up is Heavy Hitters versus the OSF. Heavy Hitters defenses did give OSF a hard time, really kind of stumping them and keeping them held back for quite some time in the war. Town Hall 9s was really struggling. Town Hall 10s had to drop down and dip on Town Hall 9s, while the Heavy Hitters had solid Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 10 dips, securing their victory with 21 3-stars and 19 3-stars on the OSF side. 94.28% damage or destruction done against OSF by the Heavy Hitters, and 93.20 versus the Heavy Hitters. In this replay here, we have Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 in a solid Queen charge that gets one of the air defenses earlier in the raid. Bowlers will take out the second one up in the northernmost compartment as this Archer Queen, or the Queen charge, will move into the base, taking out an Expo, the enemy clan castle, and then the air portion of the attack will maneuver into the base, taking on that first air defense, and then they're going to shift down into the air defense down in the south. Haste spells are going to carry the troops down, taking out the Archer Queen, and then taking out the rest of this base. Your final score here is Heavy Hitters 271, the OSF 66. Next up, we have Coastal Clash versus the War Addicts. War Addicts had a little bit of some missed opportunities here in this war. The Coastal Clash's defense has definitely given them a little bit of a hard time. Coastal Clash was able to produce 19 3-star attacks, while War Addicts were only able to put up 18. There wasn't any Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attacks in this war. However, we do have a Townhall 9 here, and pretty much a standard Gobo La Loon, with the golems sitting on the walls right now, tanking for the wizards to allow them to clean up structures on the outsides of the base. Golem in the north will get distracted by the Tesla, come off his wall, and sit on that Tesla while the wizard assists. Jump spell is down for the Golemites, Wizards, Barbarian King, Archer Queen, and check out the levels of these heroes here. Mid-level 20 heroes putting in work, with the bowlers assisting them to move into the base, taking out what looks like 3 air defenses will fall, as the Lava Hound from the Clan Castle does pop, and the Archer Queen will take out pups. The poisons will assist with this. Barbarian King does take out the first air defense, and then the Archer Queen and bowlers will assist with taking out the second and third. As the second phase of the air attack moves into the base, haste spells are down, and he starts to transition a couple of balloons from the north in on the splash damage as the third hound comes into the base. We're down to 1 hound at this point. Bowlers are caught up on walls, and the balloons will continue to move through the base and finish up this base. Your final score here is Coastal Clash 69, War Addicts 67. Moving right along, we have our Vasca versus Yolo mode. This war was decided by 1 Townhall 10 3-star difference. Both clans had 1 each. Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack. 95.36% by our Vasca, and 94.56% damage done by Yolo mode. In this replay here, we have a Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10. A fairly large kill squad of 2 golems, heroes, and bowlers to go in and take care of all 4 air defenses, which just opens it up for the air attack. Bowlers are caught up on the wall, starting to take out structures on this centralized compartment. Barbarian King will assist with this once his ability is popped and he cracks through this compartment. Archer Queen's ability is popped as well. She will take out the air sweepers, and then she'll take out the Expo, and then she'll go in and attempt to take out the Inferno Tower. However, she does come up short. Either way, second phase of the attack does spawn, and if you didn't pay attention to what was going on here, there was not any Lava Hounds in the composition. It's a very large group of balloons to take out the remaining portion of this base, as he spawns a large group of balloons to go in on the Tesla farm, dropping a heal spell in the area where the large group of splash damage is in the wizard towers, and then everything's just going to bunch up, going in on the archer tower, wizard tower, and then he's going to freeze that inferno tower as that group of balloons goes in on the inferno tower, getting a few taken out by Seeking Air Mine and air bombs there, but either way, it's going to be a solid 3-star attack by Arvasca. So your final score here is Arvasca 72, Yolo mode 71. Moving into the next replay, we do have Time Vortex versus Cold Sept. Very tight war, one based off of percentage. Cold Sept does fall short to Time Vortex. Time Vortex having 93.12%, while Cold Sept only had 92.72% destruction. Cold Sept did have 1 Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack. However, they did go 1 for 4 on Townhall 11 versus Townhall 10 dips. Time Vortex scored 1 additional 3-star on Cold Sept, and pulling this one off by 0.4% for the win in order to gain control over Cold Sept. In this replay here, we do have a Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9. Looks like a lower mid-level heroes, level 25 King, level 24 Queen going in. At this point, it's already transitioned into the air portion of the attack, hasting into a Tesla farm, and the second Lava Hound's going to go in on that last air defense. Balloons are going to come in on the back end and finish up this attack. Rage spell down, and then you got a heal spell to carry the balloons through the rest of the defenses on this base. Your final score here is 69 to 69. Time Vortex does pull it out over Cold Sept. Next up, we have Gabala versus Crazy Monkeys. Crazy Monkey had a little bit of a hard time on the top of the map. 4 failed Townhall 10 attempts to 2-star Gabala's top base, which led to Crazy Monkey having to shift Townhall 11 up to take on that base. Both clans did have a Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack each. As we're watching this replay here, this is currently one of them. Gabala is Luigi going in on Crazy Monkeys. Yes, I'm not sure how to say his name. Either way, Archer Queen's facing off against the dragons that came out of the clan castle. Poison will assist with this. The air defense down in the south will continue to take out air defense, or the healers. The Archer Queen will finally shift back over to the air defense, and then she'll shift back into the defenses. But at this point, her ability will be popped, and the air sweepers will have to be taken out. She will momentarily go down, and then Luigi will transition into the air portion of the attack, moving from the southeast towards the northwest, just basically taking on the entire base. Hounds are down out of the clan castle. Group of balloons, 4 different groups at this point, and we have a second hound down. Everything's going to basically tank into. He's going to freeze that Archer Queen as well as the Inferno Tower. Rage. Skeleton Spell is down to assist with taking out that Archer Queen, and she will go down momentarily as the balloons rage past her, and the pups will finish her off. Freeze Spell is down on the next Inferno Tower and the Wizard Tower, and then the large group of balloons will continue to move. A group of balloons snuck in from the west to take out that last air defense, and then they'll transition over to the mortar cannon and basically wrap up this attack. Your final score here is Gabala is 71, Crazy Monkeys 69. Next up, we do have Meet the Kings versus Endoon War. Meet the Kings' defense has proved too much for Endoon. Endoon struggled down south on the Townhall 9 ranges. They were able to get the doubles on the Townhall 11s, but the Townhall 10s just didn't have enough attacks remaining to shift down onto the Townhall 9s and get the required 3 stars to put them back into a forward motion in this war. Great attack here by Adrian Turner with a transition of dragons and some back end balloons on the back end of this attack. We still do have an Archer Queen available and up. However, the dragons will overpower her and take her out. Great war overall. Meet the Kings put a hurting on Endoon War. Final score here was 70-62. Moving into the next war, we do have Violent Wizards versus LP4 Hades. A very even matchup between these two clans. Great war overall. The war was decided by Violent Wizard gaining 1 Townhall 11 on Townhall 10 dip attack over LP4 Hades. The Wizards had 93.36% damage or total destruction, as the Hades had a 92.68. Neither clan had a Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack. The Violent Wizards produced 20 triples or 3-star attacks, while the Hades were only able to put up 19. In this replay here, we have a Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9. We got P.E.K.K.A.s, we got Bowlers, we got Heroes, and a lot of baby dragons. Great attack by Eric by the Violent Wizards. But we're going to have to move right along. Your final score here is the Violent Wizards 70, LP4 Hades 69. Next up, we have J2J versus House of Ale. The Townhall 9 ranges were cleared in a quick manner, really just leaving it up for a fight up top with the Townhall 10s and Townhall 11s. Very solid Townhall 11s versus Townhall 10 dip attacks, and really just giving J2J the advantage with a 94.48 total destruction versus House's 92.08. There wasn't any Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attacks. However, J2J was able to produce 20 3-star attacks, while House of L came up short by 1 star with 19 3-star attacks. Currently in the replay, we have Runbuck himself, one of my old-time favorites, putting on a hurting on this Townhall 10 with a Bowler Witch combination, also known by other names. He will put on a show and finish up this base for a 3-star attack. It's one of his final attacks in this war. Your final score here is J2J 70, House of Ale 69. Moving right along, we do have LP3 Chiron versus Tannoy Violator MP. Another war being decided by percentage, totaled up. LP3 Chiron had 93.56% to Tannoy's 93.20. Tannoy actually had a few missed opportunities, having to send Townhall 10s down on Townhall 9s. And the last remaining hour and a half of the war was all Lost Phoenix Chiron, putting on a hurting on Tannoy, delivering the final blow with this Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack by QHS, coming in with another air attack. Archer Queen's in on that Inferno Tower. She's going to go after that air defense, and her ability will be popped to take care of that Expo. Also drawing the Clan Castle, which houses Lava Hound and Balloon. Baby Dragon, ton of value out of the Baby Dragon over in the far east, as well as having a wizard or two over there in the east. At this point, he'll start transitioning into the air portion of the attack once that Archer Queen does fall. We do have a couple of archers on the outsides of the base. Lava Hound is dropped, and a group of balloons to go in, hasting into an air sweeper to take care of the point defenses. Second Lava Hound is coming in, and then they'll join up on the Inferno Tower. A group of balloons and Lava Hound will come in on the last 2 air defenses up in the north, as the balloons are hasted in the core to take care of the air defense and air sweepers, which are halting those balloons in the north, and they'll get in on that air defense. A whole bunch of haste spells, and then he'll also have a rage spell plus skeleton spells to take care of that archer queen. Very clever and well-planned attack. So your final score here is 71-71. Moving into the next war, we have 1001 Crew versus Red Line. Another very close war between these two. Red Line just fell short on Townhall 11 versus Townhall 10 dips. While both teams had to make adjustments during the war to send 10s down to clean up the Townhall 9s. The percentages here were 1001 Crew put out 94.68% destruction, while Red Line produced 92.36. There wasn't any Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attacks. 1001 Crew did produce 21 total 3-star attacks, while Red Line put up 19. In the replay here, we have a Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9. Basically a power attack with some bowlers, witches, golems, and heroes. Just power their way through the base, jumping through 2 different compartments, taking on the Archer Queen and the Clan Castle. And what he'll end up doing is sprinkling in balloons on the parallel sides of this elongated base. Really just kind of coming to a point. Looks like a Tin Man a little bit, but either way, great attack overall. Your final score here is 1001 Crew 71, Red Line 69. Moving into the final war, we have Assassin's Corps versus LexCorp. Assassin's Corps came out hot in this war, laying on the pressure early, doing their dips early in the war. Townhall 11s dropping down on Townhall 10s, getting them in a quick manner, while LexCorp sadly could not rally up, resulting in 1 missed attack on the LexCorp side, not used at all, and the Townhall 11s being 3 for 4 on 3-star attacks on Townhall 10s. Very tight war overall. There was exactly 1 Townhall 10 versus Townhall 10 3-star attack by Assassin's Corps. Assassin's Corps put up 94.84 total destruction, while LexCorp only put up 93.20%. Assassin's Corps put up 21 3-star attacks, while LexCorp only put up 18. Your final score in this war is Assassin's Corps 71, LexCorp 68. Phew! Let's go ahead and get into the standings following week 2 in the Inferno Tower Conference Heal Division. Above and Beyond and Archer Outlaws are both 2-0. Nagaland Elite and Fat Cats are 1-1. Down to the Jump Division, we got Omnia and Secundum. Omnia is 2-0. Secundum is 1-1, and then Michigan Rose and USA Adults are both 0-2. In the Rage Division, we got Alpha is 2-0, while Hervaska, Heavy Hitters 2, and Coastal Clash are all three 1-1. Down in the Freeze Division, we got YOLO Mode and Gehazi Bomber 1-1, while the War Addicts and the OSF are 0-2. Moving into the Eagle Artillery Conference, we have the Poison Division. Violent Wizards and Crazy Monkey are both 1-1. Cold Sept and Adun War are 0-2. Down in the Haste Division, we got Gabalis and Time Vortex 2-0. Meet the Kings is 1-1, while LP4 Hades are 0-2. Quake Division, we got LP3 Chiron, 1001 Crew, and Assassin's Corps, all 2-0. Very good looking division here with the House of L at 0-2. Skeleton Division, we got J2J, Tannoy, Violator, Red Line, all three 1-1, while LexCorp follows up the group at 0-2. On the star difference, take a look back on the previous conference with Omnia at ahead, 17 star difference. So that's something to keep in mind, keep a look at. Moving into the week 3 schedule coming up, we got Above and Beyond versus Crazy Monkey, Nagaland Elite versus Cold Sept, Fat Cats versus Violent Wizards. A whole ton of matchups looking great for next week. Can't wait to get in there and see the attacks from this war. Drop some comments below and let me know if you enjoyed this video and the format should look similar to you guys. And thanks for watching.